It's Chris Doherty, Doherty Properties, coming to you with some tips on how can you pay off your mortgage in half the time. That's what I want to talk about with you today. For most of us, a mortgage is a fixed financial instrument that usually runs a period of 30 years. So there's three things that you could do to try to get ahead of this to knock down the years. And I'll go through them with you quickly so you can understand steps that you can take. The first is that you can add extra payments to your mortgage. So you have a fixed number that the bank is sending you every month telling you, hey, pay this amount. You want to pay a little bit more to help pay down that principal balance. But I want to make sure that you check with your lender to make sure that there is no prepayment penalty. The second thing that I want you to do, and I want you to run this by a lender or call us, we'll run it for you. And that is you can refinance your 30-year note into a 15-year or a 10-year, a shorter time period. Now, when the rates were going down, this was the big strategy. People would get 5%, 30-year, then it was going 3-2, and their payments were the same. But you want to look as the rates come down at some point, is there an opportunity to do a 15-year or a 10-year mortgage? If you run the numbers of paying down the principal over the 30 years or going to a 15, you're usually better refinancing into the 15, okay? But I want you to check with that. It takes a little work. It's not a hard, fast rule. We got to look at it, see how much you're paying, and apply this. But the second way to do this is you refi into a shorter term mortgage to pay it off sooner. The third way is a modification of the loan. Sometimes you have a pretty good loan and you're deep into it and you say, you know what? My interest rate's higher, but I don't want to refinance and pay the points and the cost. Can we modify that loan? Will the bank cast down the loan? Will they work with you to keep the existing loan in place, but modify to a new rate if the rate is lower than you're paying? Why would they do that? Because you could simply refinance if you got a better deal and go to another bank, and then they lose that revenue stream. So the bank will often work with you on a modification to shorten. The goal here, despite what everybody in the world is telling you, leverage this and that, is to get debt free. We want to pay off that mortgage as soon as we can without putting ourselves in financial harm's way. And those are three ways to do it. If you need any help or guidance, if you're thinking about selling, if you need anybody to manage your property, if you want to rent your property, we're here for you. Always feel free to reach out. I'm always just a phone call, or because we're in video on social media, or an email or a message away. I hope you guys are doing well, and I look forward to seeing you soon in the near future.